Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good evening, guys.
Good evening.
I want to tell a story about Hansel and Gretel. Anybody heard this story?
No, I never.
Okay. Once upon a time, in the faraway forest, there lived a woodcutter and his wife. They had two young children. The boy was named Hansel and the girl was called Gretel. The family was so poor that very little food to eat. So one night, the woodcutter's wife said to him, "We cannot take the children anymore. You must take them to the middle and leave them there." The woodcutter said, "Okay, I will take them tomorrow." Hansel and Gretel knew about their parents' plan. That night, they quietly filled their pockets with tiny pebbles. The next day, the woodcutter took the children to the middle of the forest. Hansel and Gretel dropped the pebbles all along the way. When their father left them, Hansel and Gretel followed the line of pebbles to back home. The woodcutter and his wife were surprised to see the children back home. How came they back home? They said, "We must take them again tomorrow." Hansel and Gretel were very worried now. Gretel said to Hansel, "All our pebbles are gone. What do we do now?" Hansel said to Gretel, "Don't worry, Gretel. We can drop breadcrumbs this time." The next morning, when the woodcutter took them to the middle of the forest, Hansel and Gretel dropped breadcrumbs all along the way. But sadly for the children, all breadcrumbs had eaten up by birds and animals. Hansel and Gretel were so sad. Hansel and Gretel were shocked. "Oh my God! All our breadcrumbs are gone!" They cried. Hansel and Gretel walked, but couldn't find their way back home. Hansel and Gretel continued to walk and walk. Suddenly, they saw a strange house made of candy, cookies, chocolate, and everything delicious. "Look at Hansel, that is gingerbread house," cried Gretel happily. That house actually belonged to an old witch who loved its little children. Just as Hansel and Gretel were eating yummy door, she pounced on them and locked them inside. The wicked witch locked Hansel in the cage, and she turned to Gretel. You little girl, help me light the oven, and when it's hot, I shall cook your brother and eat him up." Gretel was so afraid, so scared. Gretel had a plan to save her brother. When the witch then checked the oven whether it's hot or not, Gretel quickly pushed her from behind and locked outside. Gretel rescued Hansel and the two children. They filled their pockets with all the witch jewels. And finally, the children managed to find the way back home and gave all the jewels to their father and mother. After that, the family were never poor again, were never hungry again, and they lived happily ever after. Yay!